Why should any public officer, politician or senior public officer, be allowed to travel out to go and seek health care? Do they disrespect those of us who are the medically qualified professionals in this country? Do they disrespect us? If you look at the budget for external medical treatment, why are we not prepared to make sure that there are MRIs in every region, that there are CT scans? Whether you like it or not, health is expensive. And when they go out, they pay through their nose or through their nostrils. So why can't we develop here? Why? If the president is not well and is admitted to UGMC or Kolebu Teaching Hospital, what will happen? There are no competent doctors to look after them? There are. So these are some of the things. And I believe sincerely, if you are appointed as a politician and your children don't go to school in this country, His Excellency the President should ask questions. You want to put a policy on education and your children don't go to school here? No. Why should that be? Everybody's child is outside. And yet, somehow, those of us, our children should be here. My children, I brought my children from the UK. I didn't keep them there. I brought them here to go to school here. They came here, they went to the tail end of primary school, they went to secondary school here, they went to university here. What is wrong with that? And today, I believe that wherever they are, they can conquer the world. So if you are somebody who's been put in a political class and a political position, and your children don't go to school, you don't attend healthcare here, I don't believe that you deserve to lead the people.
Of course, I too don't believe he or she deserves to serve. I don't believe that. So this message, this video that I'm doing today, is going directly to my president, President Joseph Numa Boakai. President Boakai, I hope this message finds you wherever you are. So we borrowed this foreign video to learn from it, and I'm going to talk about it. Now I can say what I want to say concerning health, President Boakai's health, only because it's not a secret. We were all made aware by our brother Henry Costa during the elections, and not to bring Henry into this, but it's just the truth. He displayed your health records, and clearly we saw that you are unwell, unfortunately, which we're not happy about because you are our president. But why I said this message is going directly to you is because I want to use that medium. The fact that we saw your health records and it says that you are unwell, which we are again sad about. I thought I would bring this video to your notice and let it provoke you to, at least for once, help Liberia. Now that you are president, help Liberia have one particular healthcare facility, at least one healthcare facility that will prevent Liberians from leaving their country and going outside for treatment. Please, President Boakai, it is very important. I see the work you do. I see you're doing roads. You're doing continuity of what President Weah started, which is very good because President Weah himself continued from where President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf stopped. So it's continuity. I see all that. But in my opinion, there's nothing more important than health. So please, Mr. President, I would expect that you kindly help us look into this. And we have the facilities there. We have the JFK, we have the Redemption, we have now the 14 Military, we have the Tapeta. We have all these big facilities. All we need is the state-of-the-art equipment because we have doctors. Trust me, we have brilliant doctors graduating annually from Liberia, from Douglas and from other medical institutions. So we can make use of what we have. They're learning the same thing these people here are learning. Probably our people are even studying and learning more, but because they have the gadgets, so we think they're better than us. Health for me is a paramount concern. I mean, let's talk about Australia, where I live right now, where I am presently permanent. I will tell you for a fact that Australia values and respect health. Let me give you a typical example. Why do you think in Australia, unlike most of the big countries, including the great United States of America, why do you think Australia gave citizens, permanent residents, and even people on visa, some visa types, Medicare cards, which means they can see the doctors for free on government's expense? Why do you think they do that? Because they know the importance of health. Our people are dying because most of them cannot afford to fly out of Liberia to go seek medical attention. And it's not, I don't want to believe is that our doctors don't know what to do. They know what to do, but they don't have what to work with. So President Boakai, as much as you're doing these roles, we're saying that please, sir, kindly, please look into healthcare in our country. At least let our people have one healthcare facility with all of the equipment, all of the gadgets that will prevent our people from crying to go to Ghana, Nigeria, or even India and so forth for medical treatment. Please, President Boakai, this is an appeal from me, a humble Liberian, to you, my president. Please look into that. And I will also include your boys into the Tamba Boakai and Jojo Boakai Jr. Please, guys, if you guys are not too busy doing the wrong thing, I repeat, if you guys are not too busy doing the wrong thing, maybe you should resound this in the ear of your father. Let him understand that when you talk about legacy that he wants to build, nothing will beat that legacy if you ever think about getting one hospital in Liberia up to the standard that even some of our neighboring countries, our neighbors, will come for treatment. That legacy will never die because he gave Liberians longevity when it comes to lifespan. And that's what we all look for and hope for. So please, guys, no affront, no disrespect, but please, you guys being his sons, it's like me, my father, a president, and he's that old and I'm this young. I can think. I will propose the kind of thing to my father because it just makes sense. It cannot go wrong. It makes sense. So please, guys, if y'all can try, even if this video is unable to reach the president for him to watch, y'all repeat some of these things. Or some of you who work in his office, or some of you his strategist, y'all think about that too. That will make sense. We've seen everybody build roads. All of the president tried doing roads. We see everybody tried doing gutters, tried doing waters, tried doing all these things. We saw them. But no one has succeeded. Listen to this. No one has succeeded in improving our healthcare sector. Not that I know of. At least for the amount of years I've lived for, I've never seen that happen. So please, President Boakai, now that we all know your health history is not, I mean, we are saddened about it, but we just look forward to for you using that as a medium to improve something in your country like that. And we will forever remember you for that. Liberians, if this makes sense to you, any Liberian watching this, if this makes sense to you, kindly help me share it. You never know who will see it and reach it to the president. Please share this video. My name is Will Debo. I'm the voice of the voiceless. I'm your humble servant, and I am that guy. This Will.